Hey guys, it's Marquita. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me on another video. So I'm taking you to my kitchen today. You guys have been requesting some cook with me videos. So I'm gonna call this Cooking with Quita. One of you fabulous subscribers came up with that name and it just sounded good. So what we're doing today is I'm gonna show you a family favorite recipe of ours. My family absolutely loves eggplant Parmesan. So that's what we're making today. So I'm gonna walk you through step by step how I make my eggplant Parmesan. And so that's what we're doing. So if you're new here to my channel, hopefully you will stick around. You will consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So let's head on over to the stove. I'm going to show you exactly how I make it. If you want to see that, make sure to stick around. Alright, so first one to let you guys know all the ingredients you're going to need. I love sharp cheddar cheese, so I decided instead of mild, I would use sharp. You could use mild cheddar cheese. You don't have to use cheddar cheese, but I love cheddar cheese in my eggplant Parmesan. And then of course you need Parmesan cheese, right? It is eggplant Parmesan. I went and picked up some more Italian seasoning because I felt like I was running out. I'm not like brand loyal when it comes to certain seasonings, so I went ahead and just picked up one that I saw at Kroger. I use garlic salt just to in place of salt, and I love garlic. You're also going to need some breadcrumbs. So I've got my progressive Italian style breadcrumbs, and then of course your eggplant. So I picked up 3 medium-sized eggplants, and then we've got the sauce. So I love using the ragu sauce in no particular flavor, but in this case I got the chunky tomato and garlic and onions, and I got 3 cans of that. And then I went ahead and got an aluminum pan because I don't feel like cleaning a dish afterwards, and so I decided to just use an aluminum pan. So this is everything that you're going to need to make eggplant Parmesan, and you can add to it if you want to have your own spin on it, but this is what I used. So let's go ahead and head on over to the stove and let's get this thing going. All right, so I've got a pot here. You're also going to need some olive oil or some regular oil or butter, either way. So I rotate, just depends on how I feel. So today I'm just going to use some regular old vegetable oil because you're going to have to fry the eggplant. Last thing you're going to need, I keep forgetting about the little small things, you're also going to need an egg wash. So you're going to need a couple of eggs mixed with water so that you can dip your eggplant in it, and then you can coat it with your breadcrumbs. And so you're definitely going to want to grab a couple of eggs and also your oil of your choosing. So of course you want to go ahead and preheat your oven so that way it's ready to go when you get ready to actually put the pan of eggplant inside your oven. It's already hot and ready to go. I typically put it on 400 degrees. I think you'd be safe with 350, 375, but that's just what I do. And so you want to do that first. All right, so here we go. So I'm gonna get myself set up right here on my handy dandy tripod. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my egg wash ready. And again, you're just gonna need a couple of eggs and some water. So I've got this bowl here, which I think is a good size. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of water to this. Then I'm going to go ahead and open up my breadcrumbs and add them to the bowl so that makes it easier. All right, so we're ready to go. So it's going to kind of be like an assembly line. So we're going to do the egg wash and then the breadcrumbs, and then we're going to add it to our pan to fry. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of oil to the pan and turn on the fire so that way it's starting to heat up and it'll be ready to go. So you don't need that much. So you can gauge based on, you know, what you think is right. There's no sure formula. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and slice up my eggplant. You could use that slicer tool. It has a name. I know it has a name, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. So I'm just gonna call it a slice tool. You guys know what I'm talking about when you take it and you just slice it like that. There's a name. I know the name and it'll pop into my head, I'm sure, at some point during this video. But I just use a regular old knife and I slice the top off. And then I slice the bottom off. We don't need this. And then what I do is I take the skin off. So this is how I take mine off. I'm sure you could use like a, you know, again, it has a name, a peeler of some sort to cut this off, but I just use my knife, and to me, it just seems to go quicker. And you want to get as less as possible of the actual eggplant, because you're just wanting to get that top layer of skin. All right, so now that you've got it, the skin off of it, then you just want to slice it. Easy. And you want to get them a little bit thin. Now, if you like yours thicker, of course, you can make it thicker. This is all just based on your preferences. And so I like mine a little bit thin, not like medium. I don't like it too thick. And so I actually need another plate, so that way I can put that as I cut them on the plate. And so the reason why I haven't really been doing that many cook with me videos, if I'm honest, is because I am such a perfectionist, guys, and I like my lighting to be right. So I went and got lighting installed in my kitchen. So now there are about 6 new can lights in the ceiling, and I use like the natural light because I thought it would be better for photography purposes and for, you know, filming purposes. And so that was one thing. And then I also like my videos to be like structured a certain way, and I'm still trying to figure out that structure with cooking videos. Like right now, I mean, I'm gonna watch the playback and see how I like it, but I don't know, I see different people's cooking videos on YouTube, and I love like certain channels, how they cook, and they have like the camera set up, and so I'm still trying to figure all that out. But I decided to just go for it, stop overthinking it, because I do love cooking and I have lots of recipes that I want to share with you guys. And so that I'm just gonna do it like this until I can figure it out, kind of like vlog style. So I just thought I would let you guys know that, because I know a lot of you guys ask about keto recipes and just different recipes that you'd like to see. And I just haven't been doing, you know, I haven't been doing cook with me videos that much. So today is the beginning of more cooking videos. So make sure to comment below and let me know if that's something that you want to see. And I'll continue filming. So I'm just going to finish slicing this up. Eggplant is super healthy, but I'm pretty sure it's not as healthy when you fry it. I'm just saying. But my family loves Italian food. And so this is one of their favorites. And my mother-in-law started this because I didn't know anything about eggplant Parmesan until I met my husband. His mom cooks it a lot, and so she kind of taught me her recipe, and then I just tweaked it up a little bit. So we've got 1 eggplant cut. Whoop! I know y'all hear that grease. The grease is literally popping. So it's heating up quite well. So we want to make sure that we time it right, because we don't want the grease to be too hot. So we're going to go ahead and start this process. So again, egg wash and then breadcrumbs. So you literally want to take an eggplant, dip it in the egg wash, and then dip it in the breadcrumbs. Your hands are going to get really messy, so be prepared for that. And then you literally want to add it to the skillet. Oop. Just like so. Super easy, y'all. And then you're going to do the same thing. Egg wash, breadcrumbs, skillet. See how easy that is? All right, so this is how you know when they're done. You see that beautiful brown color on that side? Then you go ahead and flip it to the other side. And we are going to put this in the oven, so even if it's a little bit not as brown as you would like, doesn't mean it's undercooked. And even if it is a little bit undercooked, it's going to go in the oven, so it will be fully cooked once you put it in the oven. So flip it over. And I've got my plate over here with a napkin on it, so that way I can let all the oil come off on the napkin before I actually assemble it, because we don't want all that oil. Too much oil is not going to taste very good. And so I'm going to let that cook. And then I'm going to go ahead in the meanwhile, and I'm going to cut my other eggplant. So that's how it should look. See how beautiful that is? So now we've just got to cook the rest of our eggplant up, and then I'm going to show you how to assemble everything. All right, guys, so I got pretty much all of them cooked. I do have more there. Y'all, I'm filming an Instagram video. I am also doing a YouTube video. So let me show you guys how to assemble it. Super easy. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start by taking one of the eggplants, lay it at the bottom of the pan. And I don't really overlap mine, although you probably can, but I wanna see how many eggplant I have and I don't wanna run out. So I'm literally just taking one and I'm putting it right here in the pan. Like, this is like the easiest recipe ever. And you don't really have to spray the bottom of the pan because all the oils from the eggplant, you should be fine. So just keep stacking them layer by layer. And then once you get towards the top, if you have a lot more eggplant left, that's when you can start overlapping. But I definitely don't overlap on the first row. All right, so as you can see, everything is in the aluminum pan. I chose to use the aluminum pan because I don't feel like washing dishes afterwards, meaning like, you know, a couple of days after we're done eating this meal, I don't want to wash the pan. So this I can just throw away. So after you do that, the next step is to take some pasta sauce. And again, I chose ragu, and then you're gonna pour it right on top. All right, so you're going to take the sauce like so, and just literally sprinkle it right on top. All right, so once you get that first layer down, now you are ready for the cheese. Again, Parmesan cheese. You can use the one in the container. I like the fresh Parmesan cheese, or I guess I can't really say that's fresh, but I like this kind of Parmesan cheese. And then of course, cheddar cheese. You don't have to use cheddar cheese if you don't want. I like cheddar cheese in mine. So I'm going to take a little bit of each. Since that's a smaller container, I want to be mindful. And you're just literally gonna spread it right on top. And if you like it cheesy, real cheesy, of course you wanna grab more than one bag. So now that we've got the cheese down, we're gonna go ahead and repeat that same process. So grab some of the eggplant. See how easy this is? I mean, you literally can't mess it up. See, you see why you don't want to use them or layer them up just yet, because look at how many I have left. And I do have some cooking over there, and I got a couple more in there. But that's why you kind of want to be mindful early on, and then you can always double them up, you know, as you near the end of the process. All right, so I'm just about on to the last layer. All the eggplant is cooked. As you can see, that's why I don't layer it, because I want to make sure that I have enough. So I think I have just enough to finish it off. So I'm just going to grab the last few pieces and fit them wherever they go. Yes, just enough. I mean, literally right on target. All right, so again, with that same process, we're going to add our sauce. And everything is going to kind of mix together, so you don't really have to smooth this over. It's going to work itself out during the cooking process. So don't be too, you know, don't think about this too much. Just kind of, you know, get it as even as possible. All right. And then a little more cheese. And then I'm going to add my seasoning, which I have Italian seasoning here. And then I also have my garlic salt, of course, my fave. And we're ready to pop this in the oven. I have it on 400 degrees, and I'm probably gonna keep it in there maybe about 30 minutes, but I'll keep checking on it just to make sure that I get it the way I want it, because I do like a little brown at the top, but not burnt. So that's what we're gonna do. And then once it's done, I'll pull it out and I'll show you guys all the gooiness, the gooey goodness. I love this, my family love this, and they can eat this every night. We love Italian food, anything with cheese. And this just works out. I love chicken Parmesan as well, but we tend to lean towards eggplant Parmesan for some reason. So I'll show you guys how it looks when I'm done. All right, guys, so that's how it looks all assembled. Doesn't it look really, really good? So I'm gonna go ahead and add my seasoning. Just right on top, not too much, but of course we want it seasoned. You could add a little garlic to this. I mean, you could put your own little spin on this, but I tend to keep it simple. All right, guys, so it's done, ready to go in the oven. As you can see, very simple. You're just basically repeating the same process over and over again. So now I'm gonna take this whole entire pan, put it in my oven over there. Again, right there. Again, we are on 400 degrees, but you can do 350, 375, but I tend to lean towards 400 for some reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven, and then when it gets done, I will show you guys how it looks, and I will serve it to my family and see what they think. All right, guys, so I just took it out the oven and it looks so good. So I just wanted to come on real quick and show you guys a cooking with Quita video. You guys know that I love cooking, and so I definitely want to share that part of my life with you. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Let me know below what you think. Does it look yummy? Have you tried this recipe before? Do you love eggplant? Because some people feel some type of way about eggplant, but we love it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate everything. As far as you guys joining me and supporting my channel, I will put all of the ingredients below that you need to make this dish soup Super easy once again, as you saw. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel today to catch a Cooking with Quita video. Let me also know below, is this something that you want me to continue doing? Do you enjoy it? I would love to hear from you. Thanks again, guys, for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you will catch me on the next Cooking with Quita video, in which case I'll see you guys then.